Good evening. I'm Deputy Chief Paul Stokes, the commander of the Violent Crime Task Force. Last year marked an unprecedented 12 consecutive years of crime reduction in the city of Dallas. However, as we move into 2016, we have seen an increase in violent crime. Because of that increase in violent crime, Chief Brown assembled a number of work groups to come together that were outside of the call answering pool. These are not officers that are answering the 911 emergency calls that we go to every single day. The officers assembled for this Violent Crime Task Force are going to be made up of the SWAT officers, the Metro officers, Canine, Gang, and Narcotics officers. These officers coming together to be called the Violent Crime Task Force. We've done a crime analysis of the whole city of Dallas, and we've identified 5 distinct areas that we believe will have the greatest impact on reducing violent crime. Those areas are called TAGs, Target Area Action Grids. Those areas are the Forest Ardelia tag. That's where we are right now. This is the intersection of Forest and Ardelia, and this is right where we're at right now. There's the 5 Points area, the Ross Bennett area, the Hampton Ledbetter area, and the 3 tags that are just west of Fair Park in South Dallas. And those are the Hatcher-Syene, the Central Siapon, and the Julia Shett Central tag area. We believe deploying in these areas, we will have the greatest effect of reducing violent crime across the city. But even though we've identified these 5 areas, the Violent Crime Task Force is going to be keenly aware to emerging crime trends and real-time crime. Our Fusion Center will monitor the real crime, and if we need to adjust our deployment strategy, we can do so very quickly. We are very fluid. There's a call to action for the citizens of Dallas. In fact, we have a community member here today. The call to action, just like as we fight crime, there's always 3 tenets of fighting crime, whether it's gangs, drugs and guns, or people, places, and behavior. These 3 tenets are going to be the police officers, intel, and the community. When we go into these communities, we're not going to be an occupying force. We're not taking over the area. We are there to make the quality of life better for the citizens. We encourage their input. We're going to work with them. We're going to work with the divisions to reduce crime and have a sustainable effect on crime in the area. So we're calling the citizens, if you see something, say something. Utilize the iWatch app. Our Fusion Center gets those in real time. We have the resources. We can address those issues. We encourage you to download the Dallas app. You can see everything that's going on in the Dallas and with the city of Dallas and the police department. So download that on your cell phone, the Dallas app. This will be a great task force to identify the crime problems and make sure we have the resources out there to take care of it. I want to bring up Councilmember Magoo. He has a few words he'd like to share.
Thank you, Chief. There's just a time when the community says we're not going to take it anymore, and to have the answer of DPD say we're going to stand here with you and we're going to provide not just a few officers, but the absolute best and brightest that we have maybe in this entire country. I'm proud of our DPD officers that are out here serving all of us today. I'm thankful for this opportunity to focus on one of our toughest areas in our city, and I'm looking forward to an absolute reduction in crime almost immediately. You can already tell from some of the folks I've talked to around here that as it relates to crime, this area is no longer open for criminal activity. What we're hoping now is it will become even more open for business, for community, and for the improved quality of life that we all want and our community deserves that lives in this area. So we're going to continue. This started last fall. DPD came out here, community came out here, a lot of other resources came out and said we're going to work together and we're going to improve this area. We're driving a stake in the ground here at Forest and Ardelia, and we're going to continue to grow public safety around this area. And this is the next step. We're going to continue to push this. I'm going to support this as much as I can, and we will all be judged on the long-term impacts of this. So we know there's going to be short-term impact, and we're going to continue to work on this to see how long that we can sustain this improvement. So I'm thankful to the chief, I'm thankful to each and every officer that's part of this, and I'm thankful to our community involved folks, our leaders, and all those that are willing to step up and take an active role in this mission. And so from my perspective, It's my job to make sure that our officers have the tools they need to get the job done, and I'm going to continue to help work on that part of it as well. Those tools we have need to be as effective as they can possibly be, and I know we'll have an impact. So thank you again, Chief, for all your work on this initiative. Thank you.
We'll take a few questions.
How many officers are you going to have at any given day?
So this task force is made up of 170 officers. So we will have quite a few officers in the area. We do have other responsibilities throughout the city, but we will have a huge contingent of officers as we deploy to these areas. It is extremely important that we get the intel from the people living in this community. We are coming in to help support the Northeast area, but the Northeast area, they have a very strong community network, and we will leverage that network through their community engagement unit to make sure that we reach as many people as possible in these meetings. They have quarterly crime watch meetings. They have apartment managers meetings. We will leverage that resource to let the folks know that we are in their area and we are there to help.
For those who don't know, these 5 areas are in the north part of Dallas, they're in the south. Where are these 5 areas?
Right, so Forest Ardelia is north, the 5 Points is a little bit south. Northwest Highway in Skillman. Ross Bennett is just to the northeast of downtown. Hampton Ledbetter is in the southwest portion of the city, and South Dallas is just to the west of Fair Park.
Just saying, yeah, let's get 170 cops and go out.
When we looked at the strategy, we thought all these officers did a phenomenal job in the work that they do right now. Every day they go to work and they do a phenomenal job. What we looked is to bring them under one chain of command so we can more easily utilize their resource, their expertise, and funnel in the one chain of command so we can better strategically deploy them to these areas and have accountability.
Do you have a sign kind of warning people that you're stepping up, and tell us why you're letting the community know?
So we don't call it a warning. We want to let folks know that we're here, and we're here to support them in the community and make it safe. It's not a warning. If somebody reads that and takes it as a warning, so be it. We want to make sure that we're notifying the community that we're here and we're trying to make a difference in their quality of life.
What's your real-time effect when you guys do? If you get something, how quick?
It can be as quick as our fusion center. So we're in constant communications with our communications division, our fusion center. The Metro Squad has intelligence officers that are looking at the calls, looking at the trends. Once we identify it, we can move on the fly. We will be very fluid and very mobile throughout the city.
What do people actually see?
So the most visible thing that people are going to see is the officers. You're going to see an increased officer presence. You're going to see the Tahoes. Those are our SWAT officers. Those are our canine officers. You're going to see a lot more police cars out here. But there is work behind the scenes. There is intelligence. There's other components that I can't discuss all the methodology, how we're going to reduce crime. But there is methodology behind the scenes on how we're going to do it. One of the most visible impact is going to be seeing officers on the street.
You're also